We're doing butt stuff, are we?
Alright.
Alright, let's bring us back into where we left off. Holy shit. Alright. So, where were we? Garrett, you just managed to make your way onto the roof, glancing over to see a few more of Rurik's thugs. There is a bit of a, you can probably tell from where you are, a glow of a campfire just off in the distance, and the rest of you by this point have now breached the roof of the other building. What's the plan going forward?
Well, first of all, we're gonna swap places with fucking Reza. Because I am Squish.
Fair? Yeah, that's fair.
Cypher has learned from his errors, be nowhere near the pointy things.
Smirsh.
Well, we could all move up basically to the barrels without being spotted.
Well, the only thing is, Garrett, what I will say is, see that guy there?
Mm-hmm.
He does have a pretty unobstructed view. In fact, can I ruler this? It's around about there.
Ooh, let's make the unhappy thug go first, because I would feel more comfortable with him going across that wooden
Yeah,
plank.
that's a really good point. So I was going to say, Reza's kind of like pushing her in front of him to lead the way. So he's kind of like between Desmond and Reza now. Okay, yeah, this is good. I like this. Yeah. The
That
squish is
way-
in the back.
Yeah, the Squishy's in the back, and the two people that really want to kill the happy thug are exactly where they
Either side
want
of
to
him.
be.
Yeah.
All right. So you wanted him to go before Desmond or after?
I would say before, because I'd want him to cross that wooden plank to see if it's safe.
Honestly, Desmond's gonna take strides to be out in front, so he can't like make a break and like start screaming and like help me, or anything like that.
Okay.
Good point. That, and it's just a little kid, like
Yeah, they can
Right,
see
you're gonna
him
see a little
over
kid
Desmond.
leading-
Yeah.
leading a dead, dangered man, being helped by the pretty vampire.
That's not a bad shout, actually. I can stream it in Discord. I've just had someone DM. Yeah, Raybon DM me. So let me share that screen. There we go.
That'd have to be in this voice chat though.
I'll mute him. Server mute.
It's only people with D&D perms that are there.
Yeah. Hey, Raybon. All right. So.
Let's get this human centipede on the go.
Okay. So in that case, then I'll probably allow you to move up to the barrels that Garrett pointed out. Granted, you will be spotted if you conga line this shit.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, we're expecting to, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
So with that, you begin to meander your way over the first rooftop towards the somewhat rickety-looking wooden beam that crosses from one building to the next.
Desmond's gonna go across carefully, and if it feels like it's gonna go, he's gonna try to jump across.
It's certainly unsteady, but not to the point of feeling unsafe. And again, one at a time, you all begin to make your way across.
Here.
But you would obviously notice that as you begin to cross the building, on the other side, one of the guards just whistles loudly to his companion and points in your direction. Garrett, from where you are in the elevator position, you would see that this sharp whistle gets the attention of a few of the other thugs who were stacking crates and sorting out whatever inventory they had. And they now also begin to move around.
So I'd let everyone know what's going on. The guards are moving towards the bridge, in inverted commas.
Go here. So basically, the plan is to just move up a bit, let everyone else move up a bit.
Reza is smiling and waving at the people when she hears their whistle.
I would probably say that point there at your 30 feet, Desmond, is the point to stop. It's at that point where, as you round the corner and begin to move towards the
All right. So
the wooden
I'm gonna
bridge.
do this very slowly
Okay.
because I want Garrett to have time to reposition if he wishes.
All right.
Yeah, and I'm just going to come round some behind the barrels.
Okay.
I wasn't using the measuring tool.
So bear in mind
No
this
one's seen it yet.
yeah. Bear in mind this point here is still an elevated position.
Yeah.
And at that, I would probably say, as you're moving around, the rest of the thugs would also start, or at least be, in a better position for whatever's to come. You all get the impression that seeing someone on the rise, who they're unfamiliar with, is definitely not the norm. All of them appear to be on edge, and this sharp whistle, the bridge guard just holds out a hand in your direction, Desmond.
Alright, that's far enough. Hi, Gazzy. Who are your new friends?
Desmond, your current captive, just glances first at Desmond and then over his shoulder towards you, Reza.
Yeah, they're certainly friends. Aye, they want to have a chat with the boss, I think. Is that right?
I mean, what your friend is too afraid to tell you is that we saved him from an arse whooping and brought him home safely, and we'd like to speak to the man in charge, if that's all right.
The man guarding the makeshift bridge arches a brow beneath his hood, leans slightly to his left and calls out.
Did you hear that, boss? Supposedly they want a word with you.
You hear an incredibly rough, rattled shout.
If that's what they want, then... Well, I don't know. Who are they? Huh? I'm gonna come have a look myself.
And with that, pushing through the crowd on the other side of this makeshift bridge, you see an incredibly stocky dwarf make his way through. And as he looks over, well, not so much looks over, but looks around the side of a woman holding a spear,
Who the fuck are you? Eh? What do you want? What you doing with Gazzy?
Just what we said. We brought him home safely. Some of those
Iron fists.
iron wench thuggies were beating the crap out of him and killing his friends, so we saved his bloody fucking life, brought him home, thought there might be a little bit of something for us in it.
Oh, the kindness of your heart, you brought someone who's fucking useless back to me, eh? Huh.
Oh, if he's useless, I could just shove him off this building for the job done.
It saves me the fucking coin more for the rest of going out. But you said you've been fighting against some of those iron hand fucks, eh?
Rat food now, I suppose.
Rorik strokes his beard.
Alright, in that case then I guess that at least owe you a bit of a chat. Talon, let him through. Or at least let him over. We'll have a bit of a chin wag.
The guard on the other side of the bridge looks at Rurik and then back to you all and back to the dwarf again before shrugging his shoulders and stepping back. You see Rurik turn his back to you all as he makes his way towards the fire. And a few of his goons, henchmen, also make way for you all to continue.
Alright. Get to there, let everybody catch up. And so is this actually what it looks like, just a couple of boards across here?
It is literally as it looks. It's two planks of wood that have been just stretched over the building. Incredibly precarious.
Okay. Well then, Desmond will try to make it across here. As I just gonna give it a shot.
Alright. As Gesamond walks past Talon, he just gives him a very brief nod. The man in response just eyes you all wearily, his hand on both of the two long swords at his waist. And as you step onto the opposite roof, Desmond, the remaining thugs also eye you all rather wearily. There's a lass sat on top of the barrels, an arrow knocked into her short bow, not drawn, but ready. As with the man next to you at the moment with a crossbow, loaded, ready to fire, but not pointing your direction. And follow with that, you've got a lot of spears. An awful lot of spears.
Alright. So, Desmond's gonna proceed about there.
Okay.
As she crosses... Oh, sorry.
No, I'd say Gesamond would he'd just move in close to Rurik, get close to the fire, put his hands next to it, and crouch down.
Reza was... as they get across, Reza will just clap him on the shoulder, genial, and say, see, told you we'd get you home. Nothing to worry about now. And then she'll kind of, like, casually post up, like, up here.
Yep. Just rest on the shingles.
Mm-hmm. I can't move to, like, the ridgeline of the roof.
Hold, that's because there is a wall there. The wall is now gone.
Oh, okay.
You can now move.
So she's just kind of, like, casually sit, Well, it looks casual to everyone else, but she's ready to go. Particularly keeping an eye on the two archers here.
The rugged-looking dwarf, who at this point is just stood, a bottle in hand, glancing at the fire as you all begin to step in.
So, you, my friend, look worse for wear. Looks like you had a shit kicked out of you. Huh?
Just as Skezman's about to open his mouth, Rurik raises a rather stubby palm.
Shut your mouth. Not interested. What I am interested, though, is a new lot. It's quite ballsy for some fucking nobodies, or at least nobody that I know, to waltz up here into what could potentially be enemy territory. Now, obviously, this man has got no balls. So, yeah, and you obviously know your shite. You've got a look about you that's, well, you're not from around these parts now, are you? Not like those miscreants, those addled fucking husks of flesh that inhabit every other part of this fucking district. No, you're not from around here, I can tell that.
No, we are not.
Hmm.
This is the first I can recall coming down to this district in quite some time. If I've ever been here, I don't recognize it.
It's probably been at least 10 years since I've been through this shithole.
Seems awfully crowded anywhere that there's any kind of cover from the rain.
Just part and parcel of this fucking shitty old of a city, ain't it? Apart from the...
He thumbs over his shoulder towards like a leather canvas that's been stretched out to act as a bit of a tent.
It's not much, but, well, normally we don't tend to get many visitors up here, do we? Unless someone, well, draws them in. Now, we were meant to be leaving in a few days. But, looks like someone brought you to me doorstep, don't it?
He looks towards the injured Gezimans and then back towards you all.
So let me guess, you think that you brought me one of my goons here and you want to get paid? Huh? Is that what this is all about?
What? What do you think, Desmond?
Well, coin is nice and all, but I believe that we were more interested in other things, such as the state of things here. We've come across your man in his predicament and seen some others shifting about.
Right. There's a little bit of a struggle, should we say, happening down here in the old Piker district. I say struggle. It won't last too long. Fucking iron hand bitch thinks that she's above, well, before I lay out things, don't get me wrong, and I apologise for the fact that all my folks here are somewhat on guard, but it's quite rare for someone of your calibre to waltz up into territory unknown and, brandishing weapons that you do, as confident as you are.
That's my future friend. That is quite fair. We ran into some of those shit green-necks earlier, nearly pissed themselves at the sight of us and ran the other way.
The verdant fuckers, they don't know what they're doing. Oh, honestly, them lot are like a bunch of wet blankets, the whole lot of them. Aye, they thinks he's got some sort of weird scheme to control the whole fucking district. Now, granted, in regards to control, all of the old fucking slum dwellers are all hooked on his shite. But They've got no real power. If I wanted to, I could just waltz in there, smash his fucking teeth in and be like, look, bitch, here now, you're mine now. But it's got his uses. That verdant fuck, pointy-haired bastard, he knows things. He's got eyes and ears everywhere. And that's why I need him. Not so much need, but that's why I use him.
It is useful.
Fingers in a lot of pies.
I like that. Let him do the work, you reap the rewards.
Aye, the only issue is that, well, I pay that bastard to give me information in regards to Yerler and her fucking iron hand. Miscreants, useless little dregs that scuttle around at her feet. He's not exactly most forthcoming. He thinks he's playing some sort of interesting game where he plays us off between, you know, me against the other dwarfs and he's gonna be the victor, but I fucking see what he's doing. It's not exactly difficult. He thinks he's some smart, pointy-eared elven smart arse, but no. Doesn't take a genius to realise that he's playing both sides, but whatever is useful to me, it keeps that pretty little head on his shoulder.
Reza just chuckles and nods.
So other than that, the shakedowns is your racket, yeah?
I dare say that I've offered more than enough information in what we do. At this moment in time, you lot are the fucking unknowns. Waltzing in here, I want to know who the fuck you lot are. What's your little goal here? You've obviously got some sort of, you know, grand scheme to be working into territory that you know is not exactly friendly.
We're problem solvers. We fix things, yeah?
Yeah. Some... Oh, sorry.
Not good.
No, you...
Well, being that we're not from here, we've been looking around, and this is not our yard, as it were. However, what is going on with the neighbors can spread next door, and the state of the Piker district, we need to look in on it and make sure that things are holding up. And obviously, it has its own problems. And as you mentioned, this pointy-eared bastard, no doubt is trying to scheme his way through something.
Besides, we told Mac that we'd look after this place now that he's elsewhere.
At the mention of Mac, the dwarf arches a brow.
Hey, hang on a minute. You know Mac.
Yeah. Tall fella, angry, lost a hand.
Yeah.
He probably didn't know that. Definitely lost a hand though.
Last
Was
I
that-
saw, he was only had 5 fingers left.
I thought that fucker was dead, abandoned us, or murdered. You saying that he's... Oh. That brings me around to the question of who the fuck are you lot? Who am I addressing? You obviously seem to know who I am and what I'm doing here, and I'm at a bit of a loss, and I'm not going to lie, at this moment in time, your sketchiness is starting to narc me somewhat.
You know, honestly, my ego is a little bit saddened that you don't recognize us.
Yeah, I guess stories don't always
Yeah.
travel as fast, especially when, big things like the Inquisitor You know,
Yeah, that's true.
storm around. Little
Oh.
holders.
You lot ain't from lower streets, surely. That's not no.
Why is that?
At that,
Nothing Asmund would leave somebody like us in charge?
Rurik leans forward, shielding his eyes from the campfire as he begins to scrutinize each and every one of you.
Scrawny. Pale, flat chest. Well, no offence, lass. You a lot of the folly.
Oh dear, we've been made. She says that chuckling.
Alright. Do me a favour. I've got to ask, but this is not your fucking backyard, as you said. Why are you here?
Well, it's good to know the neighbours. And we heard this area is kind of... How do you put it? In a shit state.
At this, you notice that Rurik, having had his axe in hand the entire time, just exhales deeply. Rests his axe against the wall and throws his hands up. And you notice that the rest of the Rockfist ruffians or Rockfist raiders nearby see this, and they begin to release whatever grip on their weapon they had.
Yeah, that's putting it lightly. Place is a fucking shithole, but it's my shithole. Lived here all my life. And I'm getting on in a few years.
No.
So?
Go ahead.
Maybe we can have business. Yeah?
Go on, Garrett.
Well, the guard's attention has been on the party talking.
Oh shit.
Rockfist. Garrett's slid down the roof, got behind it, and he's got his arm round the guy's chest with a side blade just touching him on the neck. And for the link, he says, "Tell him I won't harm his man. I'm coming across."
One moment. Garrett's coming. He won't hurt your man, but he was just keeping an eye on things. 2 seconds.
Come,
Rurik.
my man.
Rurik, from his position, just leans around to look behind the barrels over the walkway, notices Garrett, and just pinches the bridge of his nose and nods and waves you over. The guard at the bridge.
Hey, well played. Looks like you've got the boss's approval.
Lead on,
didn't-
my man.
Oh, yeah, all right. Watch that middle bit. The wood's a bit thinning.
And with that, the thug begins to to cross the walkway.
Garrett just scampers across like someone has been running across tree branches for his entire life.
This guard is a little bit hardier than the rest. A little bit, you immediately can tell this guy's better fed, probably better paid, better equipped than the vast majority. And as he moves between Cypher and Desmond, he does it in a way that's quite boisterous. Just trying to barge out of the way as he takes a position and leans against the blockaded door.
So, no offense, I hope. I just needed to make sure my people were safe.
Rurik waves a dismissive hand in your direction.
Hey, LA, you've got his hook, line, and fucking sinker. Smart. Real damn smart. More so than can be said for this bunch of fucking inbreds, but looks like we're having a discussion. You lot put whatever fucking thoughts of violence or fighting away. There's no need. I dare say that if this broke into a fight, I'd be the only one working away from this. So, return to whatever duties you were doing.
With that, you begin to see a lot of the other thugs return to whatever they were doing before. A few linger around the fire with whatever alcohol they had in hand, as they keep a somewhat brief attention to the conversation going on. Rurik at this point motions towards several bottles close by to the fire.
That shite's warm, but it'll fuck you up. Help yourself.
Thank you. Now, let's get down to business. We run Lower Street. And Lower Streets is thriving. Money's being made. The common folk are better than they were under Asmund. But I don't like what's coming out of the drug trade. I hate.
Aye, you've got the old fucking Erden to thank for that. That little bastard's peddling his wares to whoever and whomever will fucking pay the slightest bit of coin.
I take it you are not a fan.
You notice Rurik just turn over his shoulder and pat several kegs.
No, don't get me wrong, I buy his ale because that's the only, at this moment in time, the best stuff out here in the Piker District. Granted, this shit is shite, but it's cheap, I can get a lot of it, and it's better than what half of these small micro fucking breweries are offering on the street corner. But no, the old narcotics shite that he's peddling. I want none of that. Granted, it does me a favour in that at least half of the fucking people in Piker are not gonna stick a knife in my fucking crew's back. But
Makes a different problem though, yeah? We saw the building's full of junkies.
aye, they keep out of my business and I keep out of theirs.
Smell. How do you all live with the smell? I have to know.
Rurik just raises both hands and motions towards the roof with an expression of duh.
Cheers. It all makes sense now. You're not hiding in the sewer. You're hiding in the fresh air.
Vanya
I'm not
gives,
hiding.
Go on, Vanya, sorry.
I mean,
Vanya gives Reza kind of like, I don't know if she sees it because she's down low, but kind of like a look like you're one to kind of ask because of how dirty you are kind of look.
Well, okay.
I make a perception check to see if I see that.
Sure. You're currently distracted talking to Rurik, so I'm going to say it's going to be a DC 15.
Okay.
No.
Yep, Vanya got away with that one.
Yes.
Alright, so ye with the fucking court. Take it that you're one of the old bigwigs of the fucking lower streets.
I hold a certain position within the folly.
Alright?
We the group you see before you is the management of the folly, and outside the area.
Rurik, sorry, go on.
But oh no,
I say Rurik
go.
at this point sits down on the ground, leans his back against the wall, grabs another bottle and begins to down it. And as he pulls the bottle away,
Well, that's all well and good, but I'm still waiting for your fucking names. Rurik Rockfist. This is the Rockfist's Raiders.
Garrett Blackthorn.
Desmond. Just Desmond.
Typer.
Teresa.
Vanya, the talent manager.
Talent manager. I've got a... Are you quite talented yourself, lass?
Yeah, I'm. I can turn anybody's demeanor from negative to positive for sure. With just, I've got programs.
She is being incredibly modest. She is quite the seductress.
Is that so? Yeah.
You
All right,
said
well, look.
seamstress, right? Seamstress.
Reza ignores her.
Yeah, I'm sure we can sort of put 2 and 2 together later and come up with 3, but obviously now's not the time. You're not going to waltz up into this fucking rooftop without some sort of plan or an idea. So,
and with that, Rurik extends a hand to you all.
I'm all ears. I'm not... don't get me wrong, I'm impetuous, I know that. And I've got the temper of a fucking red dragon, but I'm not stupid. I've heard the tales and the fucking rumours that have scroped out of fucking lower streets, and the last thing that they want to do is... well, have shit interrupted here. And by the looks of it, you're here to talk as well. So, if that's the case, then it seems that you've got a proposition, and it'd only be kind and right of me to listen to said proposition, eh?
Long story short, we need friends in the adjoining districts.
Reliable
be-
friends.
Yes. I don't want to be worried about drugs coming into my district, befuddling my workers, making my profits go down. But this place is a shithole. So,
Aye.
my plan is, you remember Max Tavern?
Like the back of my hand. I worked for him for about 10 years.
Good, good. I want to rebuild it.
Oh, go on.
And I want to make this place, well, I'm not going to blow smoke and say it'll be a utopia or anything, but I want to at least make it profitable for the right people. Not the
Alright, when
fucking drug dealers are hard-working people who will pay a protection to our partners, but then our partners will protect the working man while getting fat off the profits in a nice, warm, dry tavern. Knowing full well that should something go down, you'll have the full might of the folly to come to your aid.
Rorik runs a hand through his beard and begins to mull over what was just said. And before I grace that with a response, I'm about to fucking burst. Let's call a quick pee break.
Yeah, be right back.
Yeah. Alright, won't be a second.
I'm back.
Me too.
Back.
Oh, sure, I'm back.
Good, good.
Ish. Just going to nibble on these pretzels very quickly.
I was about to say, you got God for the pretzels. I can hear them.
Absolutely. I've also run out of pirate grog, so I've got the coffee cracking.
I've got cherry cracking.
Ooh. Oh. Well, that's not how I expected this to go down.
Not us, to be fair.
Are we waiting for anyone, or are we all back?
I'm here.
Welcome back.
I have returned as well.
Solution, how many of these sessions have ever gone the way you expected?
Never. Any. None of them have.
Oh, there you go.
Mm-hmm. One or two. But I think with that, Callie, are you good? Are you here? I'm gonna say no. Good talk.
Negatory.
Mm. I'm sure she can hear us. I'm finished the last pretzel and we're good to go. Ah.
I'm back.
Welcome back. All right. So, in that case then, with this gathering now in full swing, the vast majority of the thugs have pretty much any hostile intent they had before has been washed away due to the fact that this seems to be a rather amicable conversation.
So, let me get this straight, that you're wanting to put me as the figurehead to the newly rebuilt spyglass.
In parts. Now, what I don't want is a civil war in this district, so parts of each group will form a ruling council of the spyglass.
I am not fucking pairing with that bitch. I have tried my best.
Either she gets with the program, or I believe there's a gnome that's her second in command.
He's as fucking deluded as she is. If it weren't for that bastard fucking gnome, then...
This district will never work without tradesmen. And as I understand it, they are the tradesmen.
Aye, she's got a lot of the old traders, merchants, blacksmiths, and you know fucking what under her sway. Anyone who's a craftsman sort of bows down to her fucking iron hand, as she calls herself. Do you know that fucking bitch? I only called herself Iron Hand because, well, anyway. I ain't gonna be working with her. And I doubt she'll work with me.
Well, as I've heard, she has become a problem to the warden.
Oh, aye, of course she's fucking a problem to everyone. Yeah, she doesn't care where the fucking, who says what. Do you know that weird fucking bitch just decided to raid a warden's weapon cache, right? You know, one of the small guard stations outside of the keep. They've got small little guard houses. Oh, to arm her fucking, I don't know, whatever she calls it, ragtag bunch of terrorists or whatever. I don't know what she fucking calls herself, but she raided a small warden warehouse, not so much a warehouse, but a guard station, so stole their weapons, killed 3 of them.
Yes, that's the last thing we need, is to bring more scrutiny onto the district.
Aye. Do you know how many people she lost doing that?
I'm guessing more than 3.
Aye, 15! 15 of her people were cut down just for fucking 3 wardens. And even then, the rest of the other 2 remaining wardens, they supposedly pinned them to the ground. They held them down while they stole the weapons and then ran away.
Reza just tisks under her breath.
Hopefully there's someone in that group that we can work with to...
Yeah, but best just stamp the fuckers out. Stamp them out. Whatever fucking's left, roll under us. Done. Easy. I'll make sure that they listen to what needs to be said.
Now, what we don't need is a dictatorship here. We don't want everyone living in fear. You are going forward to be protection, paid for protection. rather than common thief. That's the last thing we want. And I don't want to make a substantial investment into this area for it all to evaporate in some petty squabble.
Rurik again returns to running a hand through his beard as he nods understandingly.
Because
Go on.
I'm sure sleeping out in the rain is fun for a while. But there's nothing like sleeping in a nice warm bed in a tavern. 3 meals a day. And when you walk down the street, rather than people carrying fear of you, give you the time of day and thank you for your effort.
I'm not gonna lie, I certainly do miss it. This life I've got now is, well, it is power. But you've got a point.
Power will always be there, but there's no need to be overt with it and draw the ire of the wardens. And once the Piker district starts ending and growing again, just think of the profit.
Actual money, not scrimping and scraping, beating up locals for coppers.
Aye, beating up locals for coppers, that... Alright. Alright. How's about a wager?
A wager?
Aye!
And with that, Rurik grabs his axe from the wall, stands up, downs the rest of his glass, or glass bottle for that matter, before casting it to the side.
Alright. I've heard the rumours about you lot. You're supposed to be, you've certainly brought in power, wealth into the old fucking lower streets, but those are just words. How's about one of ye, mano, or at least dwarf a man against man, or if you want your lasses here to fight for your battles, then that's fine, but I want to see what I'm actually dealing with. 1-on-1.
One-on-one.
Reza licks her lips quietly.
Whoever gets the other to submit first, then, if you fucking can best me, then, alright, I'll throw my fucking hat in with you lot. If not, and I best ye, or your best fighter, or whoever that you want to put against me, then let's just say that you're not the fucking legends that you think you are. How's that sound?
Sounds fair to me, Garrett. What do you think?
And throw the link to everyone. Just hold a second. Just give us a second to speak amongst ourselves, and we'll choose your opponents.
I'm in no rush, but if the rumours are to be believed, then I want to say it for myself, don't I? And in fact, if I can have you lot's attention, in fact, you know what? You lot fuck off for a second.
With that, he waves a dismissive hand to the rest of his companions, who begin to walk away, giving a bit of space around the campfire for hushed voices as he motions you all to get close.
fucking raining. Cypher's under the awning.
Ray looks around at everyone and nods.
No, I'm not a fucking idiot. I know what you've done.
Bear in mind at this point it's in, hushed whispers.
But those gathered has to be some show of force, is there not? And at the same time, I've got my own fucking principles that I have to stand by. I can't be ruled over. Yeah, granted, you may know your shit when it comes to business and how things are run, but in the Piker district, it's all about aggression, power, strength of arms. And for this fucking lot behind me, they've got to know that, well, you're not another verdant posse. Now, granted, I'm not going to go easy on you, on whoever you sort of choose. This is an actual proper fight, and I'm more than happy to give you a proper fight.
We didn't get where we are by being passive either. We'll take your challenge. It's the problem that I'm going to have now is deciding who, because I can think of at least 3 of us that would like to be involved.
In his ear, in his head, Garrett is hearing, please let me do it. Please let me.
Oh, if you've got 3 of you then, well, you know what? Fuck it.
And he points to a couple of the round.
I don't mind if it's 3-on-3, if that's what you want. The rest of them, do what you will.
No vampire stuff. I say through the link. No ripping out throats or doing...
But Garrett! Fine.
There's too many people here that might have loose lips. And we don't want another Inquisitor on our hands, do we?
Don't.
Garrett hears in his head. Garrett.
Mm-hmm.
I hope you weren't thinking of me as the number 3. I'm more of a motivator than I am a fighter. So I can motivate the 3 that you picked. I mean, if you were thinking about me being the 3rd one, I say there's probably a better choice somewhere else.
No, you will be our cheer squad, Vanya. Don't worry.
Just, before you guys get started, I have some words to share with you 3 that you select.
Okay, but you work on them in your head for the time being, and we'll sort this out.
And you see, Vanya just kind of untense and is just relieved.
Cypher wholly expects to be picked, so he's got his daggers out, and he's making sure they're all ready in his chest and in his belt. So he's like, yeah, I got this.
Now, I don't think they've got any magic users. I think it might be a little bit unfair if we put you against them, Cypher, because you'll kill them all. And we don't want them being killed. Just knocked down a bit.
And the smile on Cypher's face goes to, okay, yeah, no, I'm too strong for them, yeah.
You are far too strong.
Sits down in the corner, too strong.
Vanya sees him kind of get let down, which she kind of thinks they had been talking. So she's gonna cast telepathic link, and she's gonna tell Cypher, courage starts with showing up and letting yourself be seen. You've done all that you could.
Okay.
And should anything go wrong, I'm going to need you to save me. If all the others attack while our backs are turned, I need you watching them, okay?
Okay. Now he's hyper vigilant, eyeballing everybody.
So, Vanya, Desmond, you up for this?
Oh,
Did
yeah.
you say Vanya?
No. Fucking hell.
Oh yeah, yeah. No.
I'm so
Paul.
tired. I haven't
Paul.
slept. Yeah, Paul, have you
Paul!
I'm so
The-
tired.
Wait, what? What's happening?
I'm ready to give this speech if that's what you're talking about.
Okay, what I need you to do is tell Cypher while I'm talking to her. To her again.
Tell Cypher what?
Your speech. I need you to keep him upbeat. I don't want him getting sad because he can't be involved with the fight.
Oh, I've already, gave my 2 cents to him about that. I need to encourage you guys before you start,
There's not time for it.
because you're gonna fail if you don't have my speech, right?
That's not very encouraging. I can't hear this.
I'm gonna inspire you guys.
Yeah. Yeah. Let me talk to the man first.
Okay.
Right, so me and 2 of mine against you and 2 of yours.
Aye, that sounds like a fair fucking fight to me. Talos, is that it? Over here, you two.
With that, the previous bridge guard steps up along with a somewhat muscled woman with a spear slung over her shoulder. And they raise inquisitive eyebrows towards Rurik and the group as they begin to gather.
This is my two. What about you?
It's going to be myself, Teresa here, and Desmond.
Fucking child, alright, alright.
We can see the rest of the ruffians just mount themselves on top of the barrels, sit down, put their weapons aside.
Now there's just a matter of where. Don't want to mess up your campsite.
Don't you worry about that. This place is perfect for a little scuffle. What do you want, like sort of fucking pistols at dawn or something, 30 paces away so you can prepare yourselves, wee man? No. This is about as tight as most alleys here in fucking Piker. This'll do just fine.
That's fair. Is it going to be like a 1, 2, 3 go scenario? And Reza pulls out her sword.
That's not a bad shout at all. In that case,
And he motions a hand towards you, Vanya.
why don't you be our little cheerleader, eh? You give us a countdown to when we're fucking.
Oh, I get to dictate when you guys start.
Aye, why not?
Kind of control it, like if is there boundaries? Can I say,
Oh,
oh, you're going out of bounds?
You really don't know what you've done here. You.
Is there? What are the rules? Like, is there if you do something illegal with the rules, can I call you out?
The rules are that I'd potentially, no death blows. The last thing I want is to kill you lot, and the last thing I want is, if you are who you say you are, I don't want to be on the next fucking chopping block.
Okay, so if someone dies, I will yell stop.
Aye.
We fight till yield or unconsciousness.
Rurik grins widely beneath his bushy beard.
That sounds amiable to me. I'd be up for that.
So be it.
So with that, Rorik, with his axe now in hand, the others, Zara takes a step back, draws her spear from over her shoulder. Talos draws his two longswords.
Before we get started, I need you three to come close. As your coach.
It'll do from there.
Okay. Well, I don't. They might get inspired.
Get on with
by my
it!
speech. So she's gonna cast Bardic Inspiration on each of them.
Oh shit, okay.
Let me see.
Powering through it. Yeah, you've got loads of bardic inspiration, I believe.
Oh, yeah.
Had, lords.
Had.
And she's gonna say, even though they can hear, but she's gonna kind of like put her hands over her mouth, trying to just like angle it at those three and say, "Don't settle for average. Bring your best to the moment, and this is that moment. Then whether it fails or succeeds, at least you know you gave it all that you had, and I will not be disappointed."
What's the
Vanya, spend your last bardic inspiration on Rockfist.
Damn it!
He was truly inspired by what you've just said.
I told you guys to get close to me.
I mean, you had a telepathic link.
Oh, I did. Damn it.
He just looks towards you, Vanya. Offers this giant grin.
Well, I have never heard anything so profound, so awe-inspiring and just inspirational. Mind. Oh. Yeah. That.
That's why my programs work.
You are something else, lass. Oh, I'm fired up. I'm ready. Let's go.
what die is it for Bardic Inspiration? It's not saying in the.
You
it's a
get
1d6, isn't it?
Fifth level. So it becomes a D8 at 5th level, so a D8.
D8, yeah.
Ooh.
All right.
All right. Well, she is like Vanya is on cloud 9 because of like how appreciative Rockfist was. Because none of these other guys are that appreciative to her, and she's just ready to get this started because she's just like just blushing, and she's like, "All right, well, I'm gonna count down from 3. Do you guys want to start on 1 or after I say 1?
Just say go.
Okay, so I'm gonna say 3, 2, 1, and then I will say go. And then,
As she says go,
and then you guys
Reza
go.
hits Rockfist.
Oh, go!
He sees it coming. Roll initiative. Reza, you are indeed the first straight off the bat as immediately as Vanya says go, you are at the ready. What do you do?
She's slashing at him with Malice Blade with both hands.
All right.
Oh my god.
No, you're not. No, you're not. As the blade, as you start to draw the malice blade,
skull and crossbones.
Yes, please. Oh, you lucky person. God damn.
Oh, I'm hitting my key.
So good. That is the best fumble you could have asked for.
She misjudged his height.
Vroom.
That's okay. I've got another attack.
All right. Send it. Don't even think he can do anything with that. 26 hits. Or 25, sorry. As the blade carves in, you hit into Rockfist and then realize that beneath his ragged appearance, you hit metal. There is at least some plate beneath his clothing.
As she makes contact with him, she just grins fiercely and says, "This is going to be fun, isn't it?"
Aye, course it is. That fucking stings.
Any further actions?
No, because I can't do vampire-y shit. Me.
Can't
That
do
you
it
done?
in public.
Yeah, I'm done.
All right. Immediately, Rockfist seems to get fired up. Fucking well and truly fired up.
Second wind.
All right. And not just that. He is going for it. With his axe in hand, he brings it up high and begins to swing heavily towards you, Reza.
Okay.
So, with the first swing, first attack, 18.
Yeah, that hits.
All right, as is going in two-handed. This will be versatile damage. 18. What's your AC?
16.
All right, it's not enough. So 7 points of slashing damage. And then with his action surge, he's going to swing again towards you in a quick... Ooh, 23!
Mm-hmm.
So what was your AC again?
16.
So, as the backswing comes in, he hits you for 13 points of damage. But at this, all of a sudden, with such a heavy blow towards you, a thunderous roar bursts out from the axe. He's taking an additional 6 points of thunder damage.
Ooh.
As the axe begins to ring out across the area. All of the current spectators cover their ears as this thunderous boom echoes out on the rooftop.
Oh, here he goes. It's a proper fight now, isn't it, lass?
And...
More than a little stings, that. Yeah.
And with that, Zara, his companion, at range to Garrett, is going to swing, or at least jab, towards him with her spear. So, Garrett, she lunges towards you with the spear. They have in reach. 15?
No bueno.
No bueno. She's millimeters away from you. Just a complete miss. And with that, it's over to you, Garrett.
Okay. I'm just not going to move. I'm going to stare
Right.
at the woman in front of me. Okay. That was a nice shot.
Oh no.
Take steady aim.
16 is enough. Oh,
For 8 damage.
that's not bad. It's not enough to drop her. She too seems to have, while it's not plate, as you throw the psychic blade towards her, it rips through the rags covering her. You do begin to quickly spot beneath that she has some form of chain mail beneath her.
And then the burst of energy for the sneak attack.
That sends chunks of chainmail scattering across the area as she recoils back from the blast of psychic energy.
And while she's reeling,
That'll do it. For another 8. Oof. Alright, at that, she immediately drops to the ground, raises a hand in the air, casts a spear aside.
and Garrett just gives her a little jaunty salute. Before turning around.
Alright, she's gonna crawl herself out of this, and she will just back off for a moment. Any further actions, Garrett?
Yeah, actually. I'm gonna climb up onto this
Right.
little pit roof here and survey all ahead of me. So I'll
Alright.
see both Rockfist and Talos.
Alright, so it's currently 1-0 to you guys.
Mhm.
With that, we spin round to Desmond against Talos.
Alright. So, Talos looks pretty quick. So, I'm going to try to hit him with...
Send it.
Next turn. Stun until the end of next turn. Okay. Yeah, I'm going to try a Rib Shatter.
Okay.
Did he just disappear?
Did I?
He
Oh,
did.
my bad. I pressed the wrong button there.
It's a witch. Burn him.
Burn him.
Normal.
Oh shit. Hold. Is this 34? That would be 17 bang on. It's not enough. No, it's not enough. So you still hit him. Yeah, you still hit him. Yeah, because that would take it up to 7. So expert parry adds 4 to his AC. That still hits him. Just. So as he, with his 2 long swords at the ready, he crosses them to try and block the shot, and you push through. That's exactly the number you needed for that.
Excellent. So he's going to need to make a con save. And I'll do my damage.
Con save for... Oh, he's not good at con saves. He's really not good at con saves. That fails.
Alright, so he's effectively stunned until the beginning of his next turn.
It does normal weapon, so it still does the 11 points of damage to him. So as you swing the antique rattle, he tries to parry it at the last moment, completely misjudging your size as you swing it up, crack him in the ribs. And that is stunned.
Stunned until the beginning of its next turn, so only until he goes again. Which
Okay.
is
Not on the
right after
initiative.
this.
Yeah, he's not on the initiative anymore.
Is he not?
No, there he is.
That's my bad, yeah. He was after Desmond anyway, so I will put him as 15. All right.
And so, second attack
Oh,
is going to
no.
be a bruising blow with advantage because he's stunned, I believe, right?
He is indeed. And that was his reaction. 22 hits.
Okay. So now he doesn't apply his dexterity bonus to his AC until the end of my next turn.
Oh. Oh no.
If he fails a Constitution save. Only if it fails a Constitution save.
All right, he's not exactly the greatest at con saves. We'll give it a crack.
You never know. Shit.
Never mind. Even though having his ribs shattered and broken, he manages to just quickly dip from the horrific blow for 7 points of damage. He's not in a good way.
He's badly injured. I'm gonna try to make that bruising blow into a trip attack.
Okay.
So
Strength saving throw. Oh, he loves it. He doesn't care.
1d8. 2 more damage.
Oh. The blows raining upon Talos are unceasing. As you're trying to aim for his leg and take it and sweep it out from underneath him, he quickly dips at the last moment away from it, but it still hits him. Not enough to drop him to a knee, but a grazing wound.
Okay. So
All right, that's been applied.
is there. Trying to think if I want to use anything else.
All right.
It's going to be...
Any further actions?
I kind of want to use Action Surge.
Do you?
Kind of do.
5, 4, 3,
Yeah,
2.
there's that.
Oh, here we go.
So he is stunned.
He is indeed stunned still.
I'm going to hit him one more time.
You
Or
monster.
I'm going to try to anyway.
Send it. As you... Oh, fuck off.
That's unfortunate.
For him.
Go to sleep, sweet.
That was exactly what was needed to drop him to the ground. He just he crumples. He crumples
I
beneath
thought that was
the.
the critical hit. But never mind.
Say that again, sorry?
Oh, sorry. I hit the button because I thought it was like a critical hit thing. But
No, that's critical fail. That one.
Right. Got it.
Desmond, how do you finish this? How do you finish him?
Well, he has been hit in the ribs and then smashed in the lower body, and he's completely locked up. And so another swing, basically just at the heel level, just takes his legs up from underneath him, and he just goes flat.
Lights
No.
out.
Yes. So now I'm aware I
eyes
can't
are
take my
rock-faced.
movement, right? I can't take
can't
my.
take- you
I
can't.
can't take.
You've not moved yet.
Okay. I am going to. That's
You are going
there.
to
I guess I'm gonna have to just like jump across.
leap through the fire.
here.
Well, he can
Yep.
travel through Reza space since he's small, right?
Yeah, but he's gonna jump over the fire.
Okay,
Alright.
this is cooler. Got it. Fair. Fair.
Cooler.
It's cooler. It's a campfire. It's not exactly something that is, really going to damage you. It's a few bits of wood tossed in. How does this look, Desmond, as you burst? Yeah, and you piss wet through. How does it look as you burst through the campfire? What happens?
Just there's a spray of embers and broken, probably whiskey or beer containers that rattle out towards Vanya and Cypher sitting there, spilling there's the last few drops of their contents as they go. And landing on this other side, Desmond's going to try to wheel on Rockfist.
No, this is a fight. Oh, come on, you little wee bastard. You've got some spunk in you, haven't you?
And then I'm going to use another ability to swap spaces with Teresa and add a D8 to her AC.
Oh shit! All right.
It's moving. All right. Roll the spirited die until the start of my next turn. She's gonna have a bonus equal to the number rolled, so she's gonna have an additional.
Roll a D8.
Please be good. Jesus. Okay.
No. An extra 2 AC.
Okay.
From
But
18 for now.
Okay, it's better than nothing.
Cheers. That's not a bad
Marching.
roll. Oh no, it's a terrible roll, but
It's terrible.
18 AC
but
is not.
it's
18 AC
nice
is not bad.
ability.
It is.
Better than 16.
Yeah.
And then I'm gonna try to swing at him with a. I'm gonna attempt a rib shatter on Rockfist,
All right.
and this is.
He immediately just with the back of his axe just knocks the rattle away.
I'll get to you in a minute, you wee bastard.
Yeah, that's good for me.
All right. With that, then, Telos is out of the fight. You would all notice that, Rockfist is very much enjoying this. There's no sense of, of him being scared or this being a fight for his life. He's just enjoying the moments, like us, almost to him like a tavern brawl. He's seen Reza take 2 hits from his axe and still stand. And at this, he's like, oh, okay, all right, this is going to be good. This is good fun. Reza, over to you.
All right, so now that she has a better understanding of what she's hitting and a different angle to slice at, she's gonna go in with both hands again for hopefully a more strategic blow.
All right.
Are you fucking kidding me?
No.
Maybe you should have chose Vanya. I'm just messing.
And Bardic Inspiration doesn't even help me here, because
Not on a crit fail, it doesn't. What happened, Reza?
just she lost the grip on the sword momentarily because of the weather, and foibbling hit him with it, and if she could blush, she would.
One of the rolling beer bottles gets underfoot.
Yeah.
Roll me a d6. Oh, this is great. You take 2 points of psychic damage due to being so fucking embarrassed.
At this point, Reza is just going to be like, fuck this sword. And she is going to just try and leap over the fire like Desmond did and
Yeah, there's
get
not
up
much
onto
fire
the
left.
roof. Yeah, get up onto the roof where Garrett is.
At this point, Rory just
What the fuck was that?
He's not even going to bother opportunity attacking that.
Because now she's gonna attack, and she kind of like puts her sword away in its scabbard angrily and pulls out thicket, and it's like inarticulate rage.
Oh, come on.
Vanya yells out to her, "Embrace the glorious mess that you are!"
I'm gonna add my D8 to that roll just in case.
Yeah, that's fine. No, you don't need to. 17's enough.
Oh, okay. Well,
But-
okay.
21 would certainly be enough.
All right. So
He's already keeled over laughing at this point.
11 damage.
It's less funny now.
As he's laughing, the arrow just...
Oh, it's like that, is it? It's someone upset with their fucking action. Oh, God, that fucking hurts. Excuse me, little man.
Looking for the button.
Which button you looking for?
That one.
Hey, left out here. I ain't got that button.
She's gonna kind of do a draining arrow on him.
Yeah, so
Okay,
hit first. Once you've hit, then you can do it. So do you want to do that as part of your last arrow?
Sure.
Okay. Constitution saving throw from Rorik. He's pretty hardy. He's very fucking hardy.
All right. So the con save thing doesn't apply, but he does take an extra 5 necrotic.
Okay. Boom. Done.
Okay, and now she's gonna fire again.
Okay. So this is now your action surge.
Yes,
20,
this is my-
24 hits.
Yeah.
Fucking hell, 24.
And so we're gonna do just normal damage.
Okay.
Well,
Oh! Ow!
and
Rurik's
more
starting to
attack.
understand. He's starting to understand that you're pissed as these arrows just... 16 is enough. Can I do anything in response? I can't. No, 16's enough. It's not a melee attack.
5 damage.
5 damage. Alright.
And then she's gonna be like, fair enough, you've shown me I can't take you with my sword. Good thing I'm better with my bow. That's my
you're
turn
not
ended.
fucking joking. Ush.
So, with that, he is going to whirl on his axe, bring it up in a braced position to spin around Desmond to get between both Desmond and Reza.
Do it.
In a slight ploy, he's actually going to aim towards Reza, but at the last minute spin his axe round towards you, Desmond, and bring the rock biter in a two-handed grip towards you. Or not. Or not. He doesn't have multi-attack. That's fucking fucked me. Garrett, over to you. As he just hits the ground between himself and Desmond.
Garrett stood right on the peak of this roof.
Yep.
So he's just looking down at him and he's like, well, I ain't moving it.
16's just enough. It's a ranged attack, so he can't do anything against it.
That's unfortunate.
Yeah, since you're just out of range. Yeah, 7 hits him. Oh, the psychic blade just punctures through his plate armor. Or at least the breastplate beneath him.
And because he's nestled in between my pants.
Yep.
That's a sneak attack. For another 7. And...
Eight.
And I'll
No,
use-
just says... Go on.
And I'll use my bardic inspiration.
Yeah, 1d8.
Actually,
need
no,
an
I'm
8.
not using it. Yeah, because the fight will be over otherwise. Slash... 1.
1d8. You need an 8.
You never know. Memes.
It was worth a try.
It
That's
was
some
certainly
Reza
worth a
shit
try.
right there.
Yep,
Mhm.
it was certainly worth a crack. Any further actions, Garrett?
No, I think I'm pretty good.
All right, Desmond, over to you.
Oh boy. Okay. So he's a pretty sturdy guy. And he's surprisingly nimble if he's able to get past me like that. This one.
He also disappeared.
God damn it.
He's a fucking ninja.
I'm not sure what the fuck's going on with this at the minute. Oh, I know, I know why. I know why. I'm fucking pressing the wrong key.
That'll do it.
That'll certainly do it.
Is he back
So it
at
looks
full
like it gave
health?
him fucking.
What's that, sorry?
Is he back at full health?
Yeah, he shouldn't be. He should be on that. Yes, there we go.
He's off the carousel as well.
God damn it. Remind me not to hit. I need to change my keybinds. He was before Garrett. No, yeah, it was.
Reza and Garrett.
Yeah, so if I do 18, yeah, we go. Yeah, it was same as Reza.
Alright.
Gucci.
I don't get it. Are we flanking right now? No, she has a bow out.
She does.
Okay, so I'm gonna say no flanking. Oh no.
It doesn't matter whether we're fucking flanking. 27 will certainly hit, and there is nothing he can do about it.
So con save. He's
Con
probably gonna
save.
pass it, but con save. Or
He's
he'll be
pretty. No! No!
He'll do nothing.
I will let you roll the damage as a crit. So,
I mean, I don't want to kill him.
no, you don't. You know, again, if he'll go unconscious, you don't have to. He's pretty hardy. You know, you don't have to do a killing blow. So
Does
you want to
the
roll the?
11 not drop him?
Oh hell no! No, that's. So if you want to roll it as a crit, it's up to you.
No, not gonna do
Nope.
it as a crit. I'll just do my follow-up attack with advantage because because he failed his Constitution saving throw.
Yep. So that would be stunned. Is that correct?
He is stunned until the beginning of his turn.
All right.
Actually, it says on a failure, if it is stunned until the beginning of its next turn. If the damage you deal is greater than the creature's maximum hit dice, it is stunned until the end of its next turn. So he actually loses next turn if it was greater than his hit
Yep.
dice.
That's fair. So he's stunned for 2 turns. I will say that's such a sundering blow with him crit failing. I don't know whether he'll actually survive the end of this, but we'll give it a crack.
Follow-up attack.
That hits.
Damage.
I'm going to be completely honest with you. Having had the absolute ever-living shit beaten out of him, there's 2 turns of him being stunned. How do you all want to end this fight?
Well, it seems like what this looks like is he's got blood pouring down. He can't move. He's like, it's not that he's not moving, it's that he looks like he can't move. Like he's just slumped.
Yeah.
And it seems like any more is going to kill him. So Desmond's going to keep his shield and bring his mace back, like ready, but he's not going to keep hitting. He's not looking like he's going to attack the guy. He's just indefensive. And that's it.
With
he'll just stand there until he moves or says or does something or someone does something.
With at least 4 missing teeth, the somewhat woozy dwarf raises an hand.
Oh, fucking hell. Oh.
He pulls an arrow out of his chest, out of the breastplate.
Oh, that fucking hurts. Oh, I need a gift.
Throw the arrow in Retta's direction.
Reza will catch it, because I think she has a thing that does that.
Yeah,
She'll
absolutely.
jump down off of this and, Meanwhile, she is bleeding from several places as well. So she'll hold a hand out to help him up with a smile on her face.
Oh, you've made your fucking point. Oh,
Wait,
fuck.
Vanya goes,
Go on,
wait,
Vanya.
wait. No one said that anyone could say I give up, like that they needed to be knocked unconscious,
Vanya,
right?
shut it.
Oh.
That was fun. Come on up, friend.
Oh, any more and I'll be fucking pissing blood for the next 2 weeks. Oh, I can't breathe.
And Garrett hops down, pulls out his medical kit, and starts treating it.
At that, I'm gonna go get some water. I'll be right back.
Yeah, shall we call a quick break? Cause I'm like twitching at the moment.
Do what you gotta
All right, 2 seconds. I'm back.
Welcome back.
Ta. That was a good little scuffle. Welcome back. I'm just waiting for hello. Garrett needs a couple of moments, but that's fine. At this moment in time, Garrett's in the process of tending to the wounds of Talos, Zara, and Rockfist, and as he's sat on the ground with the somewhat dazed expression.
It was a good scuffle. Oh God, I'm gonna ache for the next week.
Did they live up to the hype?
I have not had my arse kicked in that fucking manner that quickly in a long time. You certainly live up to the fucking reputation. Once the old fucking pointy-eared, slick, sly fucker here's done his duty.
It points towards you, Vanya.
I'm gonna want to borrow you.
Borrow me for seamstress things?
No. Oh, fuck. No. Ideas. On.
And he begins to motion around the general area.
You know, making this place better. You know, a bit more upbeat.
We could start with cleaning first, that's for sure. That's how I've kind of helped Reza.
Not just cleaning, raising spirits. Getting people off of this shite that they're on with the fucking verdant fox.
I can definitely help with that.
What about a big cleanse?
With fire?
Oh,
No.
I met this guy and he was doing a mushroom cleanse. Nothing but mushrooms, he said.
Oh, you meant like an individual's body. I thought, okay, never mind.
We could probably come up with something that makes them like expel it all out at one time.
Especially if we get a sample of it.
That's gonna make the city even dirtier, though.
Well, they have to detoxify their body, right?
The first thing we need to do is stop the sale of this stuff. And the Verdant posse will stop selling, or they'll stop breathing.
That is fair. I mean, the main thing that you want is supposedly they call this fucking narcotic they're selling in the Obsidian Veil. It's like a black little... oh, fucking what you do with that needle? Oh shit, you're going fucking deep there.
Garrett, roll me a medicine check quick.
While that's happening, Reza turns around and looks at the unresponsive Talos and kind of kicks at him. What about this one? Do you still need him?
I mean, he's my right hand man. I could do with him waking up. Oh, what are you doing with that?
Garrett, what are you doing?
I'm cutting. I'm stitching up the two massive holes in his chest where my psychic blades fit in. And then once that's done, I'm going to be wrapping his ribs. Because I'm sure Desmond did quite the number on them.
Oh, God, yeah. Yeah. You know, at this point, you know, he's kind of sat on the ground, blood's just pouring out of his mouth. He doesn't seem to care in spite of the injuries. He's a pretty hardy, if not insane individual.
You're like, Oh, that fucking stinks. Hey, little man. Come closer. Come here. Come here, little man.
You talking to me or Desmond?
Desmond.
Sorry, I was muted. Desmond is going to stroll up. He still has his rattle like on his shoulder. He's got the shield down at his side. Not like in a menacing way, it's just chambered there, like just. Yes.
Oh, for your size, you are a fucking monster. Here.
Well, I think the same could be said of you.
He takes his axe from the ground and thrusts it in your direction, Desmond.
You ever heard this? Whether you use it or sell it or fucking point, I don't give a fuck, but... Oh, you've got a fucking swing on you, you wee bastard.
That thunder trick is nothing to sneeze at either. That was quite uncomfortable.
Through blooded teeth, Rurik grins. Desmond, if you want to check your inventory for the weapon you've been given. Actually, that's not... Oh, I fucking deleted it. God damn it. Because of the thingy. Bear with me. Bear with me. Alright, I'll come to that in a minute. I'll hand it to you inventory when I've done it, rather than... In fact, talk amongst yourselves while I type this up. Go for it.
Well, let's see. I think the other... And Desmond's gonna start looking around at everybody who was involved in the fight and just... Well, that could have been, could have been worse, right? And look at Reza, who is clearly not feeling great.
Yeah, Reza is gonna go over to kind of slump against the wall and sit down, and then she is has at least one very deep slash wound. So she's gonna pull her garments away, pull out a needle and what could be thread, and start trying to stitch it up herself.
Vanya's gonna say, imagine how worse it could have been if you guys, didn't listen to me, right?
Sure.
Do you want me to look at that?
Sure. Probably be better than me looking at it.
Mm-hmm. And as I walk over, I get my water canteen off my pack and just splash load in Talos's face to try and start waking him up.
It would be enough. All right, there we go. There, I've sorted that out. Sorry about that. I just copied it from the rock biter axe from Chap. So, Desmond, that axe is now in your inventory as it should be. Garrett, as you splash water into Talos's face, he immediately just starts waking up, looking around, grasping.
Hey, what is it over?
It's over. Don't move quickly. You probably got some rib injuries.
Oh, you're not fucking joking. That keels over. Go on.
After I've stopped her bleeding, I will come and wrap them.
He's just rolling around at the floor at this moment in time, just holding his rib cage, just like, oh.
Oh god, it hurts so fucking. I can't breathe.
Don't squeeze too tightly, else you'll puncture a lung.
But I will say, Garrett, with that roll, you more than capable of stabilizing everyone to the point where they are, severely injured, because it was a pretty rough fight. But even Zara at this point would probably just be, she's just sat off to the side. Continue.
She just had a horrific psychic assault.
Yeah.
Just sitting in the corner rocking.
Rocking away.
This is a battle axe, correct?
It is, yes.
That mean it's versatile.
It is indeed. And it's slightly better than a normal battle axe in regards to the damage. Desmond, do you want to tell everyone what you've got, or do you want to keep it to yourself?
The Rock Biter. Basic attack as an attack action. You can make a single attack roll with your battle axe against an armored or naturally armored creature within 5 feet of you. If the attack hits, the target's AC is permanently reduced by 1 until its armor is repaired, but cannot be reduced by below 10 plus the target's dexterity modifier. This attack has no effect on creatures with magical armor unless your battle axe is also magical, which it seems like it is.
It is indeed.
Rock Shatter. The axe, when struck hard against it, the target bursts out with thunderous roar. If your attack roll is 5 higher than the target's AC, the weapon inflicts an additional D6 thunder damage.
Delightful.
Normally, a battle axe is 1d8 damage and 1d10 versatile damage. This is actually 1d10 damage and 2d12, 2d6.
2d12.
Yeah, 2d6 versatile damage plus his strength modifier, so plus 3.
Oof.
So minimum 5 damage basically with the rock biter if you choose to use it. Granted, there are other things you can do with it, but yeah, you've been handed Rock Fist's personal weapon.
Oh. That is good. This is fancy.
It's done me well, but you've certainly proven yourself as a fucking weak combatant. And you're hit like a fucking carriage.
I think of it more like just very steady progress on something. Don't hit the hardest, just have to hit the right spots. So, let's see.
Go on.
Looks like, yes, he's just glancing over and sees that Talos is kind of like with it a little bit more.
Yeah.
So, oh, well. It's a good fight. It was a good fight.
I dare say that you're certainly not fucking just Torque. I can kind of understand why you lot are running lower streets now. Oh.
So, as our credentials now are all in order, I dare say we can start working on our partnership.
Aye.
And with that, he looks around at the rest of his gathered gang, and they all nod in response to that.
Aye. there's no one will say otherwise.
Okay.
Well, that's good.
So, stealing from the population needs to stop.
He's just looking towards you at the moment, Garrett, as you
We're going to
offer
move
your terms.
into the protection business. And as our part of the deal, we will help you rebuild the spyglass.
Alright?
But there will be a small payment to recoup our losses, but I'm not gonna stitch you to the bone or anything. It's just a small percentage, because I'm gonna stump up a lot of the money.
Alright. Alright.
But we need this gang war to end. And if I need to go and make a show of force to the other two groups, well, the Verdant posse will fall if I need them to. I don't think there's a fighter in them. But this other group, we need to find a way to, if not make peace, make it so we're not hostile anymore, and get them to stop attacking the fucking wardens.
I mean, look, since you're a motivational speaker in regards to the population, if she...
He looks towards you, Vanya, as he's saying this.
You know, if you can come up with a way to get them off the fucking obsidian fucking shite, then that's step one. The Verdant posse, if you can get them off their fucking shite, then they've got nothing to sell. No one will want anything. They'll easily fall. You just got to deal with Erden. As for... Oh, fucking ribs, bastard. As for the Iron Hands... Oh, she's not... I'm going to be honest with you. Well, ever I'm still breathing, she's not going to want anything to do with us. I may have scorned her somewhat. I don't know how you're going to deal with that, but it looks like you can do that yourself.
Yes, we just need to know where to find her.
Oh, fucking hell, your guess is as good as mine. If I'd have known that, I'd have traipsed up there myself and finished the job, but... you might be best having a brief chat with Mr. fucking Leandon. He knows everything.
Okay. We
Nothing
will
that-
speak to...
I was about to say, nothing that I've offered him or proposed to him has been enough for him to fucking waylay the information into where Yerla's hiding. But, you're obviously a little bit more persuasive than I.
Oh, I think we'll get the information we need from him, one way or the other.
Maybe if you just lay low for a few days.
Not wanting to sound rude, but I think you could do with some rest for a while. Let those ribs heal. And don't split the stitches, because I won't be around to restitch them.
You're just met with a single finger salute from the dwarf as he's sat on the ground. But he has got a shit-eating grin on his face as he does so.
And when I get back to the Folly, we'll see if we can't find you some better ale to drink, because this stuff is shit.
So, if I need to, I've got a few jobs that could be done. You know, what's the chances I could borrow wee fucking rib shatter here as a,
And if you have jobs that
Insane.
need doing, if you know where the Folly is, of course. Send a
vaguely.
runner to a man called Falco. Say that Garrett sent you. And give details of any jobs that need doing. What the outline is. What the payment is. And we have some independent workers that do things for us from time to time.
The dwarf nods in response before turning towards Desmond, who was wanted to say something.
Well, and if work needs a special touch, then I'm sure we'll be notified. And then take care of it if we have to.
Alright, that seems fair. Oh, that seems fair. So, if you lot could get your heads together, especially we fucking motivational speaker over there, to sort out the Verdant Posse's fucking actions and the old slum dwellers, I appreciate it, but I think I want to take your advice and have a few days worth of rest.
And at that, though, as he says this, he just turns around to look at the rest of his group.
But that doesn't mean that if any of you fucking wee bastard wankers want to give it a go, I've still got it in me to kick the shite out of you. So don't get any stupid ideas.
They all nod in response. Having seen the chaos that's just erupted in the span of, half a minute. The rest of Rurik's raiders just nod. They're pretty much on board with what's just occurred.
Marvellous. And with that, Garrett puts his hand out to shake Rurik's hands.
He takes it in response, offering a nod to each and every one of the each and every one of you, and begins to shuffle back towards his corner where he grabs a half-empty bottle and just begins to swig away, hissing as he does. But I dare say that brings an end to. Oh, bear with me. Let me get rid of those for now. Brings an end to the brief conflict with Rurik's raiders. Not how I imagined that to go.
No.
No. Is there anything else you wish to... So go on.
I was just going to say, he was more receptive than he was portrayed by everybody else. So...
Well, it sounded like he was getting ready to retire, wasn't it?
We said moving on in a couple of years.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's going to retire to a nice inn now.
That was he was thinking succession plan right there. He's like, oh, this is the opportunity.
Yeah. But with the Rurik out of action, along with his left and right hand, you begin to depart from the rooftops. Unless, of course, there's anything else you wish to add or ask of Rurik while you're here.
But he doesn't know where Thingy is,
No.
and he's fuck all use for the time being. And we know where to find him, should we need him. No.
Yeah. And if he does move, you get the impression he will probably inform you of where he's going. But you know, there is a bit of a side project to Vanya. Vanya, it's
I have homework.
You have homework. Your homework is, you know, drawing up a plan of how to get half of the fucking, or at least, you know, the vast majority of the slum dwellers off of this obsidian veil, this awful fucking narcotic that Erden's peddling.
Oh, I've got some ideas. You guys just wait.
Oh, I look forward to it. But yeah, with that, you begin to make your way back over the rooftops, down the stairwell full of drug-addled slum dwellers before emerging back into the filth-ridden streets of the Pica district.
Before we leave the Pica district, can I get a sample of the drug?
Yeah,
Or do
I mean,
we need to do that next session?
We can
I-
probably.
sorry, go on.
Oh, sorry. We can go
No, no, go for
collect Matt, whatever the fuck his name is.
Timothy.
Thank you, and have him give us a sample.
Okay.
Yeah, he's got a stash, so we'll just take
Yeah,
his stash.
yeah,
He doesn't
yeah,
need
yeah.
it anymore.
Yeah.
Okay.
He's a
No.
good boy. He'll understand.
He's not really got much of a choice.
Yeah.
But yeah, that wouldn't be an issue. No, as you begin to make your way back through the streets, or the alleys, should I say, of the Pica district, you eventually meet up with Timothy, who's still sat under this awning. At this point, it's probably only been about an hour and a half since you last left him, if that. He's still playing with the marble, but yeah, you would certainly be able to garner a sample of the obsidian veil that he's been selling.
We'll take him with us as well.
All right. So what I will say is we'll leave it there just as you grab the sample, and you can all have a think on whether or not you return into the folly temporarily, to think
Maybe
of a plan
just
of
for
action,
the night.
or
Yeah.
or whether or not you're
Short rest at the Folly tonight, probably. What? Why are you laughing at me?
You're the only one that needs a short rest.
I love the slickness.
Be nice to get out of the fucking rain.
So yeah, you want to basically head back to the folly then for the
yeah.
for the
Just for the
all right.
night, yeah.
All right. In that case,
I
then I
mean,
will
we've
say
got enough done in one day, you know.
Oh, absolutely. Yeah, you managed to make it into the Pica district. Yeah. So I would say with that,
In two groups.
yeah. Holy shit. Yeah. In that case, then I am absolutely a-okay with that to say you all begin the the arrow twos trudge back through the streets towards the folly. Just it's getting dark and tuck in for the night. So yeah, for those who need it, you are welcome to a short rest.
Actually,
Just a wee short rest.
we'll do that. Get my cyanic dye back.
So again, you're all aware of the current issues with Pica.
Mhm.
The vast majority of the people here are hooked on this substance called the Obsidian Veil. There seems to be some arcane, or not maybe not arcane, but some magical element to it. At least Vanya and Cypher would understand that. Rorik's group's been pacified. You've just got the Iron Hand. Forgot their fucking moniker.
The Iron Hands.
Yeah, I just got with the Iron Hands.
Brigands.
Iron Hand Brigands, that's the one. Yeah, the Iron Hand Brigands. They're the last group to get in contact with, see what they're all about, and then yeah, from there it's the I guess once you've figured out what they're up to, it's a case of, do you stamp all of them out, or do you leave one in power and get rid of the other two? Do you somehow come to an agreement between all three? It's, who knows?
Yeah, we'll see where the story takes it.
But I think that's probably a good point to say for now. We'll call it there. That's apart from the obviously niggles with fucking Twitch. I think that's a pretty solid point. Any questions?
No.
No, I think we're pretty good. We know our next destination.
Mm-hmm.
Sadly, it's back to the rat-faced
Ah.
idiot motherfucker son of a bitch.
My busy mate.
Your busy mate.
Yeah.
I'd just like to point out that we did his left and right hand real dirty.
Oh, fucking damn right. That was that was brutal. Absolutely brutal. But again, they had the perfect ambush position if you'd have gone hard from the get-go. Or not, maybe not ambush, but defensive positions, crossbows over the bridge, a single way in. So yeah,
It'd have been rough.
Yeah. No, I just want to say there's the sentiment. Even though I'm playing a fighter who's a little bit maniacal, I don't want to kill all the NPCs you make up.
I don't mind. Yeah, as far as I'm concerned, you guys do you. I will make entertaining NPCs. If they survive, cool. If not, also cool. I went into that, as you can probably tell, I wasn't expecting you to befriend Rurik.
Neither were we.
No, there was a whole discussion beforehand about cutting the head off the snake, and then that didn't happen.
Yeah.
Well,
Now the snakes. Not too bad.
he's a much more like they follow what he says, and he's much more amenable than the elf, who's a sleazy bastard.
Yeah. Rurik's, I mean, the way Rurik, it's very straightforward. He wants booze, fun. Again, he wants to fuck, fight, and get fucked up. That's basically what happens. He's a very simple dwarf. Granted, his methods are a little rough around the edges compared to what you guys do, but I think the way that played out was pretty faithful to his three tenets.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, because he got fucked in that fight.
Nobody used magic. Nobody did anything too underhanded. We just had it out.
Yeah.
That's kind of why I didn't want to use the casters in that fight, because they didn't have casters,
Mm-hmm.
and it would have been an unfair advantage.
Plus, there's It's really hard to imagine like a knockout, like demonic flame beast coming up out of the ground and not killing people.
Well, and it was very like close quarters too, so that would have been
Yeah.
hard for us as well. Trying to stay out of, getting like that melee attack and doing quite a bit of damage on us.
Oh,
So yeah, Cypher, Vanya, sorry that was a little bit more, not your playground today.
Oh, Vanya
Sorry.
she didn't want to be in it. Go ahead, Lucius.
Cypher will find somebody to vent his frustration out of.
You're gonna ask Desmond to get naked again and tinker on him.
I thought you said tinkle for a minute.
Oh,
Oh no.
it's that southern accent. Sorry.
Make it so much more cursed than it was.
Speaking of, I will be right back.
Well, to be honest with you, I think at that point, in regards to the stream or the recording at least, I'm going to flick us over to the done end screen, and I'll be back in a minute. Yeah.
Goodbye,
Bye. Bye, Chad.
Bye.
See you
Bye.
next time on Pariahs, if Twitch doesn't shit itself.
No, fuck it. Next time, I'm trying YouTube. I'm going to give that a crack. I don't care anymore. My loyalty to Twitch over these last few years is done. So, who knows? Anyway, I'm going to mute up and head over to the end screen, I guess, for the sake of the recording VOD.
Who are you going to raid tonight?
I'm going to raid myself. Hey! All right, I'm off. Boop. I'm talking to myself, which is weird, but yeah. For those who do spend the time to watch the VOD, or at least part 2 of the VOD, thank you. I appreciate it. I hope you enjoyed episode 41. Fuck Twitch. And yeah, we will see you next time on 42 next week, maybe. Who knows? Bye.